once or twice a year, they would have an event in Atlanta. So I literally finished writing the song, the Morning Meetup song. I don't know what it is, but something telling me to finish this song before we go to Atlanta. We had already built some kind of bond with him, some kind of rapport with him. So I felt comfortable enough to let him hear the song before the event. He literally stopped the song, gave me the headphones back, and was like, yo, you know this? I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I need you to get on stage right now and perform in front of everybody. I'm just like, oh. So I literally got on stage, killed the joint. So then it became a song for the community. I wrote the Morning Meetup song based off of what the call was doing for me. It was never meant to be the anthem for the community. It was never meant to be the intro for the Morning Meetup podcast. It was never meant to be any of that. It was like, yo, this call fire. I hated reading books before this call. You feel what I'm saying? Books made me sleepy at first. You feel what I'm saying? We started reading books, and literally, like, I think the first year, we probably read like 20-some books together as a group, right? So we're literally reading the books. We'll read a couple pages one night. The next morning, we'll dissect the pages. We call them, what's your bars? You know what I'm saying? What's the bars that you got from the pages? And as I'm writing the song, I'm just literally writing the song based off of what the call was doing, based off of what we were learning on the call, right? So I remember our first morning meetup. Now we call it family reunion, where once or twice a year they would have an event in Atlanta for everybody that's on the call. So you're talking about 2, 3, 4, at the time, like 400 entrepreneurs from all over. We now come into Atlanta, had this event, speakers and all that good stuff, right? So I literally finished writing the song, the Morning Meetup song, that Wednesday. I recorded it that Thursday. I'm on a flight, me and my lady on a flight to Atlanta on that Friday. The event was on that Sunday. And I remember telling her, like, yo, I don't know what it is, but something telling me to finish this song before we go to Atlanta. Like, something telling me just to have it, let them hear it, and we're just going to go from there. You know what I'm saying? So I finished the song. We get to Atlanta. She did, because I was going to wait till the event was over. She like, no, let them hear it before the event starts. So I pull them to a side and kind of like take you back before I even get into that part. Our goal when we joined the Morning Meetup was just to add value, as much value as we can, right? Like, every time we would come to Atlanta, hey Dave, like, how can we help? What do you need? You know, how can we serve? How can we, be a blessing, so on and so on.
Yeah.
So every time we would see him, it was all about this, like, helping out, right? So we had already built some kind of bond with him, some kind of rapport with him. So I felt comfortable enough to let him hear the song before the event, right? Let him hear the song before the event. He's literally like, he listening to it like, he probably listens like a minute, right? He in his zone. He like, as an artist, if you got bars, you want to see you can just tell by the reaction of the person that's listening to the song if they feeling it or not, right? So he brought me to it. He literally stopped the song, gave me the headphones back, and was like, yo, you know this? And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He like, all right, cool. I need you to get on stage right now and perform in front of everybody. I'm just like, oh. I'm like, oh. You know what I'm saying? So I literally went to the bathroom, practiced a couple more times, got on stage, killed the joint, and everybody was kind of like, yo, the fire, so on and so on. So then it became a song for the community after that, right? But it wasn't meant to be that. It was just literally like, I was afraid I was gonna have an opportunity and not be prepared for that, right? I would rather have him heard the song, like, oh, this dope, right? But what I felt like was gonna kill me the most is not having a song at all, and that could have happened. I'd have missed out. You know what I'm saying? So then we do that. We that becomes a song for the community, and then now it's been 4 years. So we've been in the part of the Morning Meetup for 4 years. Now my fiance is the host of the Morning Meetup, all that good stuff. We got to the point where I was just like, yo, we need to move to Atlanta. I was like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like we missing out on opportunities by not being there. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Morning Meetup, when he records the podcast live, if you're part of the community, you can just sit in the room. So when he's interviewing these high-level entrepreneurs, we get to be in that. And I'm just like, yo, I just need to be in the room, right? So long story short, we moved to Atlanta. We in a room. And this is actually how my lady became the host of the Morning Meetup. We just in the room just chopping it up with Dave. Bro, what do you need? How can we help? Once again, how can we serve? And, she became the host that way. As far as the free smoke, I got an idea for a new show. I'm going to go live every Friday on YouTube, on Instagram. I'm going to call it Free Smoke. From that Drake line, free smoke, free smoke. So I'm like, all right, that's tough. I'm like, that's tough. Giving out that free game. Me, like always, hey, yo, bro, I'm going to write an intro for that thing. You know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, bet. Roll the intro, let him hear it, and
See, at
then
that point,
the
it
rest
was
is
like a
history.
no brainer for him because he already heard what you could do. He saw what you could do live too in front of it, like
Yeah.
the entire, morning meetup community. What take me back to when you were first? You said you had a gut instinct that you had to get that song finished before you went to this event. What was it just like, I want to show Dave, see what he thinks, or were you thinking, hey, if he rocks with it, maybe he can start incorporating? Like, were you thinking some sort of like how? What was your thought process?
The thought process literally was like, yo, I don't, once again, this is the first event, so I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know the plans of the show, but I actually kind of saw myself on the stage. Like, if that makes sense, right? Like, I kind of had that vision early, like, yo, I knew the song was fire, right? And actually, when I wrote the song, there was no, I actually wrote it to the Nicki Minaj "Seeing Green" instrumental with Lil Wayne and Drake. I wrote it to that beat. I remember like writing it. As soon as I heard the beat, the morning meetup came into my spirit. I'm like, all right, I got finished. I'm gonna just write about that to see what flow. But as I'm writing it, I'm like, just in case. When I tell you, bro, I was so afraid of missing out on that. You feel what I'm saying? That it was just like, yo, he might throw me on stage, bro.
Mm,
Like, I felt like it might be a good look for him to see like I felt like the song was dope enough that people, the community, will understand. Like if you hear this song from the outside and you're not a part of the community, you might think it's fire, right? Let's not say you might. You probably think it's fire, right? But when you're in a community, you understand exactly everything I'm
yeah.
saying, right? Like when I say bars and I'm talking bars when I also talk about book bars, what we got from the book. When I say certain lines, you understand what I'm saying. So the mindset was like, yo, he might throw me on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I was just afraid of missing out, yo. That's all I got. Like it was more like, yo, if you don't get the song done and you could have had been on stage, can you live with the fact that you missed out? And I just couldn't. And I just felt like God was telling me, like, yo, finish the song. I got something crazy.
Right.
And once again, it was really just to let him hear the song.
Yeah.
But it was like just in case he love that joint, I could possibly be on stage. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
something to do with it and not just something for him to hear. That's smart. Like I said, most artists they're not even thinking like that. They're thinking probably the more mainstream route, like how do I get a label's attention? But just what you said, you have a community that bar for bar, word for word, they understood the message behind the song. It
Yeah,
wasn't just like you said, somebody from the outside that's like, okay, I see the melodies, I like this song and all that. But when you're in the community, you start and it has it where it's on repeat, where you start to learn the words and then you singing it out loud, and then they got kids, and then the kids are singing it out loud, and then it goes through generations like that. It's a lot deeper than just a theme song, and I feel like again, most artists
yeah.
don't even register with that.
I mean, I understood that I was in a position where we actually talked about this on Free Smoke last Friday. I mean, the other Friday. Well, I understand I'm in a situation where a lot of people would let it be. Like I'm close with David Shands, right? Like we talking about a multi-millionaire, right? I understand that I don't take the relationship like when I say this bro. Like I don't take that relationship for granted. But I was able to I'm able to have this relationship because I just wanted to add value,
Yeah.
bro. I remember the first time we met David Shands, I asked him for his number, bro, like off rip, like, yo, I would love to, you know what I mean? Da, da, da. And he kind of just was like hesitant. And I was like, you know what? I get it. I understand. Like, who am I to be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Just to ask for the number. But I told myself that day that I would earn a number. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get to the point where I'm gonna add so much value that he gonna have to give me the
Right.
number. You know what I'm saying? And I literally earned that. When I got the number, it wasn't like it was more like, "Yo, Jay, you ain't got my number." It's like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I thought you already had my number here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But he probably don't remember that, that first encounter. But I remember it, and it wasn't like I didn't take offense to it. I was like, "Oh, who you think you is? Not trying to meet them." It was like, I get it. It's a multi-million. Like I understand. Like this guy could change my life. He got relationships that I want. If I add enough value to this person, right? And I'm not doing it because I'm like, oh, I hope that it's like, yo, let me just add value. Let me keep adding value. Let me keep adding value. Eventually, when I ask for that favor, he gonna organically give it to me, right? Or he might just be like, yo, hit without even me asking, right? So that was always the mindset. I understand that I'm in a situation where I can call him right now and he'll probably make sure I'm straight,
Yeah.
right? Like, but that's all literally just earned, right? It wasn't nothing was handed out to me. It was like, yo, he ain't asked. I didn't ask for no money for the free smoke intro. I knew that if I write the intro, every Friday, the world gonna hear it. Right? Whoever tuned into the show, the world gonna hear it. When I wrote the intro, he was like, "Yo, Jay, I feel like you can come harder than that." I ain't taking no kind of way. I was like, he going, but he heard the he remembered the morning meetup. He know I got the bars in me. He want a little bit more. Cool. Let me give him what he want. Went back, rewrote the intro. When I gave it back to him, he like, yeah, that's it. Now I want another intro. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm not taking it away where I'm just like, yo, I gave you everything with that intro. What you mean you wanted
Yeah.
nothing with it? You feel what I'm saying?
No.
To the
Yeah.
same beat, that's crazy. And as an artist, you already know that's kind of difficult to do because now you think about what you already wrote, and now you got to kind of push that out and just think solely something different, right? So I never, for a second, took for granted the relationship that we got. I know he can open up so many doors for me, and it's like, why not? Why try to go the hard way when I got that right there? You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, that makes sense. And I know you said that back when you first heard of it, it was because your girl was already a part of the community. When you joined,
yeah,
what were you thinking? Do you have like, because all right, the reason why I'm asking this is because let me give you some context. A lot of artists, when I try to say, hey, try to get some business advice, look in other industries,
hmm
look at what other people are doing. Were you kind of like branching off, looking at what somebody like you said, a multimillionaire that was able to turn from t-shirts to podcasting and see what he was able to do? Or do you have like a side business or your own business rather that you were trying to build? Or were you thinking music first?
nah. So I wasn't thinking music at all. I actually told my lady about the morning meetup because I was watching Earn Your Leisure, and I remember just saying, I don't know if it was an ad on there or something, but I ended up saying the morning meetup. I was like, oh, this. No, I found Earn Your I was watching Earn Your Leisure, and I ended up watching David podcast, and I heard or seen the ad that he had for the morning meetup. I told my lady, she
Right.
jumped right in the day before me. I'm just like, oh, all right. Her excitement made me want to get on. Now, me and my lady met doing network marketing, so we've always been like entrepreneur. We always been like just want a little bit more out of life, right? Not having to work that 9 to 5. So I think what we were missing after we left network marketing was just community.
Mm,
We were used to that in network marketing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I'm talking about like always out, which is like-minded people. We needed that again, right? So when she came out, I was like, "Yo, it's fire." It kind of reminded her of the company we was in. I was like, "All right, say that." Like Shane had to say nothing else to me. It was like, "All right, let's get that community." Now, when we first met Dave, we were trying to figure out what we were going to do as far as business goes. So when we met Dave, he was like, "Man, y'all dope. I think y'all amazing together. Y'all kind of all over the place. Y'all want to do this. 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 I need y'all to focus on one thing." So at the time, he didn't know that we had already took some Airbnb
Mm,
courses. Once he said that, we was like, "Yo, let's just go ahead and double down on something that we already been investing into." So I kind of pushed the music aside and was like, "Yo, let me just focus on the Airbnb." That's why, like in the morning meetup song, I said, "Yo, less than 30 days after we had that conversation, we had our first property." I say that in the morning meetup because that's literally how it happened. Then we had a conversation June 6th. That year we had our property before July. You know what I'm saying, or the 1st of July, something like that. And we just doubled down on the Airbnb. I said, you know what, I'm a write music here and there, but that's not gonna be my main thing. Let me just focus on this business. And we just locked in on the Airbnb, got a couple properties, ran that thing up, and yeah, it was never really about the music. Now the music is in me. So once the community literally like started to like change the way I was thinking, I'm just like, yo, I gotta write something.
mm.
I knew there was no song. I'm thinking about all the other entrepreneurial communities. I couldn't think of any of them that had like a theme song, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just write it. I just, bro, I just took a shot in the dark, bro. I didn't know what's gonna happen, bro.
Well,
Like,
see now, but
I ain't know.
you're a part of. I already know the people you hang around, so it's just like my thought process is kind of similar. Where it's just like, man, you did it twice, it worked twice. Have you thought about turning that into a business and being like, reaching out to different networks and saying, hey, I got you, I got all the smoke you need. You thought about it, or
For sure, bro. We was on the morning video call the other day. And, David talking about like he's like, yo, the problem is you ain't. It's not that you don't have money, you just don't have enough offers. So me and my lady's very like analytical. She's a fractional CEO, so she does helps businesses put their systems in orders and all that. So
Okay.
I'm like, babe, I think I need to first the mindset was, yo, I'm gonna just do intros for different podcasts,
Mm,
right? Like before I even start thinking about the office, I talked to Melon Money, headed up intro for them. I talked to some other people like, all right, I think I'm gonna do because I wanted people to start now getting familiar with the voice. And I was gonna do these things not even for the money, bro. It wasn't even like I'm trying to get a bag real quick. It was just like, yo, if you hear JSTARR enough on different intros, or you hear that voice enough to be like, yo, that voice sound familiar. Who that?
right.
You
And
get what I'm saying? That's what
it's
my
not just
mindset was.
who, it's where did I hear this voice from? And it's like these are high level people. And then I'm just thinking how you're talking about going to David's event and now you're performing. And that one of the offers, okay, you're doing an event, you gotta have the theme song, you know what I mean? You gotta have it live. The energy gotta be there. So man, my mind just is going crazy. That's so you've already reached out to other people, and you said you were thinking about other offers. What's that looking like? What are these offers?
I mean, like, yo, like, so when I did the Morning Meetup song, Dave was thinking about making the Morning Meetup a podcast too. And I was like, yo, you probably need an intro for that. He like, but I don't know how I'm gonna do the intro. Da, da, da. I said, yo, I already got that part. This is how it's gonna sound. He's like, oh, that makes sense. It's the same song. I just chopped it off at when I say David Shands. I'm like, yo, it's perfect. Echo that thing out. That's your intro right there. He like, all right, best say less. The mindset once again was like, yo, how can maybe I could just be the voice of the podcast, right? Like maybe I could just be all the entrepreneurs that you're already listening to. How can I now, once again, I'm connected to David. Yo, David, connect me with this person, connect me with that person, and let me see if I can run it up that way. Then at the same time, I'm like, all right, it's going to take a lot of time and energy to do it that way. How can I come up with offers where I know now he has the podcast summit coming up,
Hmm.
right? How can I now set myself in play where I can have an offer? Hey, by the way, JSTARR from the Morning Meetup, JSTARR from Free Smoke, and you hear these intros like they're now available on all the streaming platforms, right? They're there, but how can I set up an offer that I can now do your intro or do somebody else's intro? Because now the goal is to get people familiar with the name and with the sound
Right.
that it just makes sense. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at now, where I don't have an outline yet how that's going to go, but that's definitely been a mindset we've been having conversations about. Making an offer for that.
Yeah, man. That's yeah, I just got excited for you. I was you know what I mean? That's not my personal thing. Like, you know what I mean? My mind wasn't thinking about that, but it just you know what I'm saying, bro. Like your brain just
For
starts
sure.
going around.
And I'm all about networking and connecting, bro. I don't have to be the only voice that's on these intros, bro. But I'm just thinking like you have everybody knows David Shands if we talk about podcasts, right? Like you gotta know
Well,
David
in the
Shands.
summit's the perfect place where it's it's so genius. It's almost upsetting that more people don't do this because you could do it. That's just what the entrepreneur space. Imagine going in different spaces that you're actually interested in. I'm like you. I'm interested in entrepreneurship in general.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah.
that brings me back to why I was even asking why you had joined, because do you see a lot of the correlations between the business advice, where if you just had a digital product or you're doing real estate, Airbnb, whatever it is, do you see the correlation between that and being an entrepreneur that happens to sell music?
Yeah, I just think, bro, like it's all about networking, right? It's like period. It's all about who you know. I understand that if I'm at the right place at the right time and I'm ready for the opportunity, my life can be different just like that. Right? The right conversation, being prepared, like that's just how all this started. I was more afraid of missing out on what could be my opportunity, right? Like imagine me and you aren't having this conversation if I don't take advantage of that. If I'm not sitting home at night understanding that whether it's business or whether it's music, right? Whether it's you making sure that your offer is ready for this big event, or if it's me sitting down making sure that the bars are ready. You feel what I'm saying? I understand that David Shands used to be a rapper, right? So he says,
That's what
right?
he says. That's what he always says. I don't know.
And then understanding David Shands, okay, David Shands is he likes the old school Jay-Z, right? He like
Yeah.
bars. Like you know what I'm saying? He want to hit the bars. So me understanding what he likes, I gotta now cater to what he likes. when I rap, I'm gonna give you bars. Like the goal has always been when I create a song, when you press play, I need you to press replay. Like when the song is over, I need you to press replay. Like if you ain't press replay, that means I ain't do my job, right? So when I wrote the morning meetup song, they bars, but it's pain and it's pleasure because you can feel what I'm saying in the music, right? So I was once again more afraid of missing out on that opportunity. What if I do finish it and he doesn't listen to it? All right, well, I finished it. He didn't listen to it. Okay, well, I can't control that. I can only control what I can control,
Yeah.
right? But what if I do finish it? He listens to it. He loves it. He throws me on the stage, and I remember getting on the stage. He was like, "Bro, I got so much in plan for you, bro. We're gonna do something." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, bro. When I tell you, I'm overly excited. I can't stop crying. I go to the bathroom and I just cry, bro.
Yeah, man.
And I ain't even too mad to be like I was,
Yeah.
bro, crying, bro, because I was like, yo, it was worth me sitting up late that night on Wednesday to get that song
That's
done.
why I had that gut feeling.
Today,
That's why I knew God was telling me for a reason. See, that optimism too. I mean, I think it's almost required to a certain sense when you have any type of entrepreneurial type spirit. Um,
yeah,
yeah, man. I think I think that's something that's very interesting. Going back to how you said you want them to hit replay. That really
yeah,
stuck out to me because it's one thing to make a song like as JSTARR, you put a song out on all streaming platforms. That can kind of be different, but when you're doing something where it really is almost a product, where it's like, here you go, you do want it to be personalized. You wouldn't say happy birthday Susie to Mary. You feel me? You would want to make
right.
sure it's exactly what they would want. Do you think going forward you're gonna treat like your music career in general like this, where you're gonna look at it more like that, or maybe a balance?
Um, you saw it as far as like personalized or just
Well,
like,
because I'm picturing like the, let's say, the typical modern artist route where, I put out a song, I really felt this song, I put all of me into it, and I'm putting it out. Hopefully,
yeah,
I'll do some marketing, content marketing with social media and whatnot, maybe some ads. Are you doing any of that, or are you solely saying no? I'm gonna continue to network. I guess again, I'm just
yeah.
trying to understand your thought process with this, man.
I think yo, like I just think I understand that I got a relationship, bro, and I like you always hear like it ain't about what you can do, it's about who you know. And you just like, all right, yeah, all right, whatever. You get a little bit older, you like,
Hmm.
yo, I be hearing a whole lot of trash on the radio. I don't even listen to the radio no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm better than that, but they probably know somebody that I just don't know, right? Like they were given an opportunity and kept lives off that opportunity. I would love that opportunity, right? That's where I'm at. How do I add enough value to this relationship that when I ask for a favor, it's not. What do you mean? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm definitely still writing my music. That's not going to stop. But at the same time, hey Dave, what you need? How can I get my voice out there? How can I get people familiar with the face? So when you see me, you like, oh, that's Jay Star from Free Smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, he worked with David Shands. Like I understand who David is, bro. Like honest, I told David, bro, you got a relationship with Rick Ross. I want that. I want that. So I'm willing to, instead of being like, yo, can you tell Rick Ross to holler at me? I'm willing to add enough value to you so that if we're ever all in the same room, I can just be like, yo, Dave, I'm ready. If you want a 16, I'm ready right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But at the same time, okay, cool. All right. And I'm also, all right, Lord, let your will be done. What's your will? Is your will for me to go this direction? Is your will to be like, yo, I'm working on some things so I can, hopefully be on a podcast on a stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm working on
Yeah.
right now. And I'm gonna put that out there because that's what I'm focusing on, right? Can I have an offer? So then I can also charge more because now people be like, oh, he worked with David Shands. I done heard him do stuff for
It's
David
social
Shands.
proof from social
Right now,
proof.
the social proof is there. You see, I got a shirt on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Come on.
But that's where my mind is at, bro. It's just me taking advantage of the opportunity. I didn't move my family to Atlanta to come out here and play no games, bro. I understand that right now I got a relationship that is directly connected to when you think about like black entrepreneurship in Atlanta, bro, like David Shands is right in the middle of that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily have to do. I don't want to say do too much because I'm gonna do my part, right? Like even when he's on me, like, "Yo, JSTARR, how many raps you wrote? This week?" And I'm just like, "I wrote 3, but it's been a crazy week." You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I need you to write 7, and I'm not like, "Yo, I'm not making no excuses." All right, cool. He want me to go harder. Let me go a little
Mm,
bit harder. Because at the end of the day, I want him to see, like, yo, he's able to coach me, teach me. I'm not taking it no kind of way. I can go back to the drawing board. I can write. Just in case he's like, yo, let me hear one of the raps you wrote. I can spit it. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to mess up that relationship. You feel what I'm saying? Because then I feel like I'll be kind of like starting over. I understand that he could put me in rooms and in places that I can't just throw myself in. But if I add enough value to that person, when he now says, "Hey, yo, you can count on JSTARR. He gonna get it done. Hey, yo, check on my guy JSTARR. You know what I'm saying? He can get
yeah.
it done." I might even be like, "Yo, Dave, you should manage me. Let's go crazy." You feel what I'm saying? And now he can get me in rooms and get opportunities for me that I wouldn't necessarily be able to just go get. So I'm still writing my music. So when it's time to really like push that, I can do that, but also I know I'm on the platform. I can now create that fan base because I can just pull from his fan base. I mean, he teaches that, bro. If you're trying to sell something, go live with somebody. Now get that audience to now become your audience, and then you. So why would I not take advantage of the opportunities that I've been given and go crazy? So yeah,
I mean, it's a no brainer for sure. I I don't know, man. I think out of everything you said, the things that I'm pulling from it is one, you give value to the people that's around you, and then two, you don't just take criticism and let it knock you down. You take it on the chin and you take it for what it is. Because a lot of people, they would fold. They would fold. What? As David sitting here, like I've seen the hot seat, so I'm just picturing him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a little bit with the free smoke lives. Like I get the energies there,
yeah,
but damn it, man, I
yeah,
love that shit. That's some
yeah,
people they like the fire, some people they burn. You feel me? So
yeah,
it's important to note out it's not for the weak. It's not for the ones that this is my art. What do you mean? This is my baby. You just insulted it.
yeah,
No, come on.
yeah.
Let's get this right.
Yo, I just do that. I'm I'm coachable, right? Like I know number one, I know him as a person, right? So I know he's not just trying to like, you know,
Bash
uh
you.
be shady or anything like that, right? I know it's coming from a good place. But I also know David ain't got no filter, bro. Like he gonna say what he feeling and he don't care. Right? Now I can take it like you said, and I can take it and feel away and potentially mess up the relationship and him being like, yo, you're not even coachable, bro. You now I'm straight on you.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? Or I can go back after he criticized the first intro and was like, yo, come better. Like yo, I like it, but I know you got more in you. So it wasn't even like he ain't like it. He was just like, yo, I think it's cool,
yeah.
but I ain't want that. I wanted him to be like, yo, JSTARR, you ain't like I need that because now I know I got him. Because when I first let him hit him on a meetup, that was the response. So I can't expect or accept anything
Right.
less
You
than
can't
that. You
unsee
feel what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah. I mean, and it
That's
makes
what I
and
want.
being
I want.
coachable is a trait that it goes beyond just the mentor mentee relationship. It goes, let's go back to the offers. If you start throwing offers out there, hey, you know what? JSTARR does free smoke for you, right? Yeah, man, he's super coachable. Like I've known him for years. You know what I mean? These are the type of okay. So if I tell him, can you fix this, fix that, he isn't gonna be upset. You know what I mean? Think about like I'm sure you've gotten video edits from people before. Some people they might get upset, be like, "Hey man, can you fix this? Can you fix that?" No matter what the industry is, nobody wants you to get upset. It's like, come on, I can't ask for a change. Is this not customer service? When did that go out the window? So yeah, man.
Yo, I think if people look at it that way, right? Like, number one, he doesn't have to let me write an intro for his show, right? I didn't help him become a millionaire, right? Like, I ain't had no part in none of that, and I still don't, right? Like, I understood the position I was in. I understood that may be an opportunity right there. Once again, this isn't. I just wrote a song with him on the meetup. Now with the intro, I'm already added my value. This already bro at this time. Yo, I want y'all to be a part of the show. Me and my fiance, we produced the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, by the way, yo, if you gonna do free smoke, we talking about Drake, I might as well just write an intro. You already know how I get down. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, this cool. Yeah, I just need more. I want to go back because now I gotta prove a point. Like you know I'm nice. You feel what I'm saying? Like now I gotta make sure when I go back hard. And I'm literally like, bro, as I wrote the second intro, I'm watching them. And I remember like at a certain part when I go, I forgot what part I say. Um, every new level you've reached, something, something, but his eyes are getting small, and I'm like, oh, he in his zone, he
Start
feeling it,
squinting.
and that's what I'm
Yeah.
looking for. I'm looking for the facial, I'm looking for all that. You feel what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm like, I got it. I don't even need him. I don't even have to watch him the rest of this. So I know because I knew how I felt when I recorded the second intro. I said, this part right here, I felt it. You know what I'm saying? So when he felt it, I was like, oh, I got him. He like, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I, I'm Gucci. But what if I had caught feelings? None of that happens. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, JSTARR, he emotional. I can't do nothing with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because now if he's thinking about putting me in another room, right, where a record contract is talked about, or the higher ups that could put me in mainstream, is he emotional. He can't take coaching. He can't take. Nah, let's go. You feel what I'm saying? When he's like, yo, Kanye, what's it do this, that, and the third? I need you to. Okay, yo, right now, who am I to be like, no, I ain't doing that, bro. This all you get from me. Like, bro, what we talking about? You want another intro after that? I got you. You want another one? When he was like, yo, I want one every week, I'm just like, all right. I'm not about to be like, I ain't about to give you one every week, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's just where I'm at. Where I'm just like, yo, I can't afford to mess it up because my feelings got hurt. Now, does it feel away when you live and you know thousands of people gonna watch the episode and he like, JSTARR, you ain't going hard enough, JSTARR. I ain't trying to hit. Them excuses. What we talking about? And I'm just like, you right. You right.
Yeah.
You right. What I'm gonna say? You right. Let me go harder. So that's it, man. I don't have the answers, bro. If I had the answers, I would already be, traveling around the world, making millions and millions of dollars, and everybody would know. But I understand that I'm in a situation where people would love to be at, and I'm taking advantage of that opportunity.
I was about to say, man, it to a lot of people, they're gonna be looking at you like, man, he got the answers. He got the answers. So you say you don't, but some people, it's just, I think there's always more questions that need to be answered. Um, I don't know. I look forward to it because you done spoke it out. Like you've probably done it multiple times, but now I've heard personally that you spoke it out that you're gonna try to start making this an offer. I know the podcast summit's coming up, man. I hope to see that it turns into like a whole thing where you're doing people's intros. I mean, even like getting on Earn
Yeah.
Your Leisure, all of these platforms. Like I said, it makes me get excited for you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Look, I already told God, I said, man, let your will be done. So whatever you got for me, let me be the person I need to be. Let me create how I'm supposed to create, let the music flow like water. Let's do that thing, man. I'm definitely trying to just once again add value to these people. I'm not going into these rooms asking for the handout, bro. Like I'm willing to do my part, right? That I make you be like, all right, yeah, I'm rocking with him. If he need a favor, I got it. If he need a contact, I got it. If he need, so that's why I'm at. I'm not expecting nobody to do anything for me,
Yeah.
right? Like I got this relationship I got with David Shands because I worked hard for this relationship, right? Like I put in work for this relationship. I put in time for this relationship. I took the coaching, you know what I'm saying? And I bounced back and I made things happen. So yeah, bro, we here because we try and get it, man.
Well, as we wrap it up, man, somebody watching, let's say they want to do a similar route, and they understand that okay, I gotta be coachable, I gotta add value. I understand what I gotta do, but I don't want to do it. How do you change that mindset? What is your advice to that person watching?
What they say? They say you can take them to the water, but you can't make them
Okay,
drink. Like I think I don't know. I don't That's like a person saying they don't want to lose weight but they don't want to eat right. Or they want to lose weight but they don't want to eat right. Or they don't want
that's
to go to
what
the
they
gym.
say. I don't want to diet. I don't want to work out.
I can't it happens, right? Like I understand like I love snacks, bro, but I'm also in the gym and I'm just like, bro, I can't get fat. I don't like the way I'm looking, bro. I gotta get right. What I'm gonna do? Like, I can't help a person that don't want it. Like, if you don't want it, there's probably nothing I can say. Like, I heard Les Brown say, a person convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So I can say it till you blue in the face.
Mm.
But if you don't really want it, you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You feel what I'm saying? So you got people that, they get diseases and the doctors tell them, yo, all you need to do is this, that, and the third. You just can't eat the same. You can't. And they're like, nah, I ain't doing none of that, bro. This is how I've always been, right? So what I will say though is, bro, like, once again, just all I did, bro, was I got into a community that I thought was dope. That's it. Then I realized that maybe I can add a little bit of value. I seen something missing. They say if you want to get rich, solve a problem. Find a problem, solve it.
Mm.
I just realized my gifting is music, acting. I'm in a community that I think is dope. I hear David Shands talking about he used to be a rapper, so I know he liked music. I just added value. It was, when I tell you, every time we came to Atlanta, bro, before we moved down here, bro, we serving. How can I help?
Yeah.
What do you need? I just was adding value, bro. It wasn't nothing more than that. And I just let my talents do his job. Like, I felt like God was pushing me. I wrote it. I made it. That one song allowed me to now have the relationship I had. If I don't write that song, we're not even having this interview right now. So I was willing to listen to God, the push I felt he was giving me. I was prepared when I needed to be prepared. Just in case nothing happened, bro, I would have had the song. Right? I would have had the song. Once again, when I wrote the song, it was to Nicki Minaj's instrumental. Being a part, I remember like when I wrote the Mona Meetup song, I wrote the song. We had an event after we went bowling. Somebody in the community was like, yo, this is dope. You should. I was just going to upload it on my SoundCloud, let the community have it. The lady was like, yo, you need to find an original beat, put it on a streaming platform, and let it support you that way. I wasn't even thinking that far, bro. Like, this is why you need community, bro. I got on a call the next week and was like, yo, is there any producers on the call that can make a beat straight from scratch? I need a beat for the Morning Meetup joint that I performed at the couple people hit me up. Yo, one guy that's now my bro to this day. Yo, make me a beat, and that's the beat that you got now. Now I got an original song that I wasn't even thinking about because I wrote it to another beat that I couldn't do nothing with, monetize wise, right? Now you got a song, right? So, bro, I've always wanted more, right? I was just waiting for my opportunity, and I'm still waiting for the big opportunity, but I was just ready when it was time for me to be ready. That's all I got, bro. I was more afraid of missing out what could be mine if I didn't respond. And once again, it's late at night when I'm finishing the song. I could have easily been like, I'm just go to sleep, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's like, don't you go to sleep, boy. Don't you go to sleep. You need to finish this song. I remember recording. I recorded the song in the hair in my back in Baltimore, in my friend's hair shop that used to do my hair. In the bathroom, I put a mic in the bathroom, bro. Closed the door, recorded the song, and was on stage performing that same song on that Sunday, bro. I just wanted it. So for a person that don't want it, it probably ain't gonna happen.
I guess that's when it loops back to you really don't got the answers if you don't want it. Wait, there's no answers.
What
No
else?
answers for
What
you.
else supposed to say, bro? How do people say they want to start a podcast and they just don't want to do what it takes to do
Yeah.
it? This dude, they got an excuse. I ain't got that, bro. I'm afraid of missing out what's supposed to be mine. I'm afraid of that regret. Looking back, like, yo, I could have did this, but I just didn't do it. And right now, I probably can still go harder, bro. So I don't want to seem like the guy that I don't have the answers. I am literally God. What are you telling me to do? Okay, cool. All right, let me follow that. Okay, let me be coachable and teachable. Okay, Dave, you got the lifestyle that I want. Okay, you got relationships that I want. Okay, you say what? Okay, I know that the coaching. I know that the feedback is coming from a good place, and you're not just being shaped. Okay, I can take that. I can take that. You want me to go harder? I can take that. You want me to do more? I can do that. I can serve more. I can do that. I'm controlling what I can control. Once again, if there's an opportunity that's ready, and for me, I want to be ready, bro. That's it. I don't want nobody to be like, yo, JSTARR could have had the opportunity. I could have signed him, but I asked him to rap, and he ain't rap.
Mm. Yeah.
I was watching his TikTok the other day real quick. A guy in UK, he walks like complete strangers, like, yo, what's your business? What do you want to do in life? And the girl's like, I want to sing. He said, if you sing right now, I got 4 million people that'll see you sing. And she's like, nah. I said, what? He's begging her to sing. Please sing, just sing. I promise you. Like, she's like, no. I said, what? I commented like, I'm waiting for this. I got 16 right now. What we talking about? So there, she can say she want to sing, but she don't want it.
Yeah. It's an idea.
I want it.
It's floating around. It'd be nice. I mean, I want to fly a plane, but you don't see me get my pilot's license. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, for real, man.